welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. So today I'm going to be showing you the project. I'm not going to say card because it's not a card, but the project that I created for Craft Roulette episode number 275. So we'll just bring in the project and we'll go through the parameters and talk about the products that I used. Okay, so here is my project, which said it had to include an ATC, Artist Trading Card. And I really have never made one of these. And I thought, well, this ought to, I was going to pass again. I always say I'm going to pass when I don't want to do something, but I end up, digging in and going ahead and giving it a try. So this is a 2.5 by 3.5 piece of cardstock that I've cut down, and I used the basic beige color, and I also pulled in this designer series paper called Oh Holy Night, because I wanted to use a little portion of this down here to put on my card. Now, I did have a piece that I had cut into before, so I just had a little piece over here, so that worked out good, that I could use some scraps from this paper pack and not have to cut into another whole piece of 12 by 12. So that's what I put on the background here. And then this part right here, I went ahead and pulled in the Peace to You, and I stamped this on basic white so that I could get so that what showed through was basically white. So that's why I did that. But then I wanted to add a little color. And so that's when I pulled in some watercolor pencils that I had and did some coloring to all those areas there, as you can see. So I really like that. And then there was no dye or anything, so I just fussy cut that out. Now I did cut it down a little smaller because I wanted to be able to see this designer series paper in the back. And then in that stamp set also was the sentiment, the light of the world. And I was originally going to punch that out, but I just didn't like the way it looked. This was too small. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just do some fussy cutting around the words, and I think it came out really cute. And so all this is adhered flat. I did not do any popping up of anything. Now, so we've got the project where we have to include an ATC. Well, I'm just creating an ATC. The colors had to be Starry Night, and so that's why I went with the elements, the paper, and the stamp set that I chose, because I figured that would definitely give me the colors of a starry night, because it's a starry night scene. And I did my stamping with the stamp in the Night of Navy. Then the element, well, let's just move on to the random first. The random had to be white dots. Well, you definitely see white dots here. You see white dots in the back on that designer paper. So I think we've got the random taken care of. Now the element had to be down. And I had to get a little creative here on the down part. So I went ahead and created a document in Canva. And then I brought it into my publisher software so that I could print it out on the basic beige. And this is what it says on the back. So I put this little, like where Jesus laid, when in humility and love for us all, Jesus came down to earth, knowing that he was born to utter 3 little words that would forever change the course of human history. And I fell in love with this, and I just thought this would be so cute to put in your Christmas cards if you wanted to. Or I was talking to a friend recently that she started doing some making food and helping out the homeless. And so she makes little bags and stuff, and she likes to put little tracks in these little bags. Well, wouldn't this be cute to put in those bags? You know, I mean, this is the truth, right? Jesus is the light of the world, and this is what he did for us. And so I think that would be so much fun to put in bags like that you hand out to the homeless. So I may have to give her a call and see if she might be interested in some of these, and then I could make her some for her to put in. But I'll talk with her to see if this is something she might like. I think she would. Can't hurt, right? It's the gospel message right here on one little card. So I love this. I think it turned out so cute, and I love the back especially. So I'm just curious on how you like it, and what would be fun is for you to put in my comments what those 3 little words are. So there we go. I think I've got all my parameters covered on this ATC project that I did for Craft Roulette episode number 275. Okay, well, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I created and for watching. And if you enjoyed this video and this card, you can show me your joy by giving it a thumbs up. Okay, well, until my next video, have fun crafting, everyone. And remember, choose joy, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.